MGTOW, where it all went wrong. Recently, I have been contemplating. I have been wondering where it all went wrong, with the women in our society. Little did I know, the answer had already presented itself to me. I was in my sister's house. My sister, a woman that is without a man, for years already. I was sitting on her couch, and on the table, I saw a magazine. The reason why this magazine caught my eye was because of a big, in pink written title, saying, "The Psychology of Men." Naturally, I was interested. What could there be more interesting than The Psychology of Men, written by a female? I couldn't help myself opening the glossy magazine, to read all about it. The first thing that struck me, was that the article wasn't written by a psychologist or a learned person in any way, but by a make-up doll, called Cindy. And she looked exactly like Barbie. Her little portrait at the beginning of the article, showed her long, pink fingernails and glitter on her chest. This scientific article started off well. The psychology of men, according to Cindy, is that men are sexual creatures. They are only concerned with sex, and they only view females as sexual objects. When you meet a man, he is most likely to only remember your breasts and butt. Cindy went on, by telling all the females that are inside a relationship, that their man is still a horny bastard. But that the women should not be angry at their man, for looking at other women. She said, that a man's brain just works in that way. That they just look at all females that walk by, but that doesn't mean that he is into them. Take it easy, women, she said, your man completely forgot about that sexy woman with the large breasts, in the next 10 minutes. When I was reading this article, I was amazed. A man is portrayed as a caveman. Never mind the fact that men build this entire planet. According to Cindy, we drool over ourselves and we have the brain capacity of a chimp. For the record, if I see a sexy woman with large breasts, I remember her longer than 10 minutes. However, I defend Cindy's right to print bullshit. We are, nevertheless, living in a free world. But here it did struck me, that this was the answer to my question. Where did it all go wrong? I now firmly believe that it all went wrong, when the glossy magazines came out. Females giving other females advice, about something they don't know anything of. It is a fact, that if you present a man with certain life-changing information, that he wants to dig deeper, get more, substantiate information on the subject. But females, take the information as truth right away. Even a Barbie doll, like Cindy, is treated like a guru. As if she has any clue what she is talking about. She didn't have credentials, she has not opened one book on male psychology, or even normal psychology as a whole. But here she is, telling the female community, how a man's brain works. She has the guts and frankly, the audacity, to print an article called, "The Psychology of a Man," whilst not having done any research about it. Women giving other women advice on men, is the worst thing that could have happened. And that is, because all the females that live today, are working with faulty information. They have taken the random arguments of single females, and taken them as pure truth. even though those women had no clue what they were talking about. Those glossy magazines are like the female Bible. If you go through them, and I advise all of you to do it once, you will find a topic on everything that is wrong with females today. A general tone about men, as if they are children. Some pictures of hot dudes. Lots of clothing that they can buy. And useless trinkets like bracelets, that are sold for $30 or more. The female, regarded as the highest life form and the worship of outer appearance. Yes, those female revere their looks. A female has to be pretty, thin and sexy. And while they are preaching that, they blame men for that fact. They say that men only like you if you are thin and wear a lot of makeup. But they themselves are the ones that are perpetuating that myth. In my opinion, where did it all go wrong? It went wrong when women started informing each other on stuff they didn't have a clue about. It went wrong when women got an authority in their lives that explained how men looked at them. It went wrong because women did not have the slightest idea how a man's brain worked, but pretended that they did, and started informing each other on it.